The UN said it's suspending humanitarian flights across much of conflict-torn eastern DR Congo after one of its helicopters came under attack. The helicopter returning from Walikale to Goma in North Kivu province came under attack for 10 minutes on February 24. UN's World Food Programme, WFP, said. However, the plane was able to land safely in Goma. WFP added. Turkey is considering prison terms for landlords found guilty of spiking rents after the recent deadly earthquakes that hit the country. The Turkish government is reportedly considering jail terms of 2 to 5 years for those found guilty, Bloomberg reported. The move also comes as the government has planned 400,000 new residential units across the quake zone within a year. A 32-year-old woman in UK's Hatfield died after a trainee doctor put a breathing tube in the former's food pipe instead of her windpipe during surgery in 2020. An inquest heard. The deceased, identified as Emma Carroll, suffered a cardiac arrest following the incident. Carroll had earlier been rushed to the hospital as she suffered seizure after dialysis treatment. Russia's defense ministry has clarified that it briefly closed the airspace over St Petersburg to practice air defense drills involving interceptor jets. The Pulkovo airport had to suspend all flights on Tuesday for an hour. Earlier, reports surfaced that the airport was shut after an unidentified object, such as a drone, had been spotted in the area. The White House on Monday said, there's not been a definitive conclusion on the origins of COVID-19. This comes a day after Department of Energy said the coronavirus pandemic likely emerged from a Chinese laboratory leak. The intelligence community and the rest of the government are still looking at this, National Security Council Coordinator for Strategic Communications John Kirby said. China has confirmed that its Foreign Minister Qin Gang will travel to India to take part in the G20 Foreign Ministers meeting on March 2 in Delhi. Spokesperson Mao Ning said, China stands ready to work with all parties to ensure the meeting sends a positive signal on multilateralism. This comes after Ladakh military standoff between the two countries in 2020. Migrant laborers from Jharkhand, stranded in Tajikistan for over 2 months, will return to their home state, an official said on Tuesday. In the first phase, 22 of the 35 stranded laborers will return home. Earlier, laborers claimed a company engaging them in laying of power transmission lines seized their passports and provided them with scant food and no money. The Indian High Commission in Sri Lanka has urged the Sri Lanka government to conduct an investigation on the recent attacks on Indian fishermen, stating that they shouldn't be subjected to any form of force or violence. Earlier this month, several Sri Lanka pirates had attacked Indian fishermen by jumping on their boat and attacking them with knives. A drone that was most likely aiming at civilian infrastructure crashed 110 kilometers away from Moscow. Regional Governor Andrei Vorobyov said. This comes as several drone attacks occurred over the last 2 days targeting regions in Russia along the Ukraine border. Notably, some Russian television channels and radio stations had also reported their servers being hacked. Ruling party candidate Bola Tinubu has been declared the winner of Nigeria's presidential election. The 70-year-old received 37% of the vote, while his main opposition candidate Atiku Abubakar won 29%. Official results showed. Opposition parties have dismissed the poll as a sham and demanded a rerun. Nigeria is currently struggling with armed attacks, kidnappings, cash, fuel and power shortages. Iran can produce enough fissile material for one nuclear bomb in about 12 days. U.S. Under-Secretary of Defense for Policy Colin Kahl said, Iran's nuclear program has significantly progressed since ex-President Donald Trump withdrew U.S. from the Iranian nuclear deal in 2018. He added, in 2018, it would have taken Iran about 12 months to produce one bomb's fissile material, Kahl said. A 32-year-old Indian national was shot dead by the Australian police on Tuesday after he allegedly stabbed a cleaner at Auburn train station in Sydney. Mohammad Ramatullah Syed Ahmed, who hails from Tamil Nadu, also threatened police officers. Police is investigating whether mental health played a part in Ahmed stabbing the cleaner. FBI Director Christopher Wray said the agency believes the COVID-19 virus was, most likely, leaked from a Chinese government-controlled lab. Talking to Fox News, Wray said, the FBI has assessed that the origins of the pandemic are most likely a potential lab incident in Wuhan, China. Quote, this is the first time the FBI has confirmed its classified judgment on COVID-19's origin.